Hi everyone, it's Bill here from Elite Publishing Academy, and I just want to welcome you today to my training. And today's training is about why writing a book or guide will help you gain more high-ticket clients, sell more training courses, programs, workshops, masterminds, and more importantly, make you an unstoppable sales machine. Facts tell, stories sell is my little company's motto, and I firmly believe this. It's great to have a bit of facts and stats. I love some stats. We need stats to kind of project and know where the company's going forwards. But to be able to do that, I think you need the stories behind that. So that's what I'm all about, is kind of getting to know you, getting to know your story, how you can help others, how you can project that to others to sell on your other programs, etc. What we're going to cover today, quite simply, is I'm going to talk about the writing process. Now listen, I'm no writer myself, but there's a very simple process to getting your books and guides done. I think a lot of people kind of get it in their way that they think they have to sit there and write, literally physically write a book down or type a book down. There's lots of different quick and easy ways to do that. Why using your book is the #1 lead magnet. How to attract and start to interact with existing clients or brand new prospects to sell on your other services, such as training courses, webinars, seminars, and mastermind groups. You name it, the book will start that process. So today we're going to cover, if you like, the 27 top tips to becoming a successful published author, what you need to do pre-publication, how you can become your own publisher, removing all your barriers to resistance. Now this is one of the key things to get anybody getting anywhere in life, I suppose. We all put little barriers in the way, but especially with writing a book and writing a guide, getting your expertise out there a lot of barriers in the way, no matter where you're from or what you're doing. That seems to be one of the main things. Getting more traffic, which is the key thing to lead generation. And your book is a multiple sellable product. So who am I? Well, I'm Bill Goss, and for the last 15 years and now, 10 years, I've been the owner of Elite Publishing Academy. I've been helping over 4,000 business owners, coaches, speakers, authors, consultants, therapists, online marketers, and sales professionals publish their books to success. Here's a credibility bit. We've now published in excess of 4,000 titles. We've printed more than 2 million books, but more importantly, we've generated, I think since 2014 alone, around about £30 million worth of sales for our clients and customers. Here's some of our, if you like, bigger name clients we've worked with, and here are people who have been able to utilize their book and really kind of sell on their other services. Matt and Keris, we've done a couple of books for them. Last one probably about 2016, I think 2017. I think we ended up selling, or they did end up selling about 20,000 copies, generating hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of income, catapulted them as experts within their field, presented seminars all over the world, etc. Here's a few more. If you look in the centre here, Dom Hodson, really good. I think we've done 6 of his books and guides now. He's an Amazon #1 bestseller. And he utilises his book to really lead generate and do really, really well. And here's a couple of other examples there. Den Lenny, again, we done his book a couple of years ago, and again for lead generation purposes. Not yet, didn't sell that many to start with. Is in the first week alone, 7 days, 246 copies, generated almost 10 grand already with that. There's Dom as well, lovely, dead easy to work with. Book achieved #1 bestseller, that'd be changed to now. Jane Hatton. Just to give you an example again, sold 20 books. She received 3 meetings, and as a result of that, 2 of those went on to buy the services. Basically, her clients spend roughly £10,000 plus a year. So lifetime sales in excess of 100k straight away, which is pretty incredible, really, if you use it properly. And here's the authenticity bit. Here's me. As I said at the start, I'm not a writer by trade. What I have done is utilise my expertise and put that into a book form, a guide form, ebook form, and generated lots of leads and income for my own business. So I kind of, say what I do on the tin. But first, there's a good colleague of mine, John McCulloch, looking all mean and miserable there. But this is what John said back in 2018. We produced his book, Grow Your Business Fast. And John simply put, a book is probably the most powerful positioning and authority bestowing marketing tool you'll ever have in your life. And it's a lot easier to write than you might think, and even easier to get it published. So that's kind words there from John. So why do so many top marketers write books? People such as Tony Robbins there, Gary Vaynerchuk, Brendan Burchard, Frank Kern. Love Frank, he's my hero. Russell Brunson. If you use ClickFunnels, I'm sure everybody within the marketing world or small business world must have heard of ClickFunnels by now. But if you look at all these guys, Russell, Brendan Burchard, Frank, Tony Robbins, and Gary Vaynerchuk, they're all digital online marketers, but they use their book as a lead generation tool. So I will say, look, if other people are using it and the top guns are using it, then maybe you should as well. Look at what they're doing already and kind of follow the same kind of path. These are my reasons. I believe that you should become an author, a published author, tell your story, and everything is down to authority, credibility, positioning, authenticity, lead generation, which I'll go into. And more importantly for me, it's a know, like, trust method. I'm sure, again, if you've been within the marketing world, the know, like, trust method is really key. And it kind of encompasses all of the all the other wordings here, such as authority, credibility, etc. Because getting people to know you, like you, and trust you is the key thing within business, as we know. So the first top tip in this mini seminar today is write something shorter than a book. A book shouldn't be where you start anymore. A book is where you arrive. So start small, learn the craft, hone your skills. Write a small how-to guide or give away a free chapter, maybe a simple newsletter, monthly newsletter. Start blogging if you haven't already. Get articles published in a couple of magazines, a newspaper, an e-zine. And clients are looking for authors with platforms. So people who have audiences and followers and fans. Doesn't necessarily mean that just because you've got 10,000 followers that you're anything special. But again, it goes back to the credibility and authenticity part. People do look for that. So if you haven't already, or if you've just got a small platform, then start building yours now. The bottom line with actually writing something and getting it out there is, you can work 250,000 cliches out your system, learn what it means to be edited, become an expert within something, build your platform, and then start thinking about the book or guide. For me, the book, and for many of these top guys, the book or the guide is the #1 lead generator. So have that in mind, basically. And again, just go back to my credibility part. This is my first one, my first lead magnet back in 2012. Over 5,000 physical copies have been sent out, and around about the same as a digital copy. Real small document, 34-page document. It was full of hints and tips. There was a clear call to action front and back of the guide, and it's generated over £1.2 million worth of revenue to my business since then. So that's 8 years now at the time of recording this. This is my first proper book, if you like, Grow Your Business by Becoming a Successful Published Author. I think I must have a copy here somewhere. Ta-da! Still there. And they're still going. So over 3,000 copies of this book has been sent out, and again, roughly the same digital as well as an ebook. It's a 108-page book. It's full of hints and tips. There's a clear call to action, again, front and back, to tell people what you want them to do at the start and at the back of the book. And again, it's generated, at the time of recording, around about £835,000 worth of revenue. So it's well worth doing, peeps, if you know what you're doing anyway. Why write a book? Why send out guides? Why still send out a physical copy, such as this? Why do that? Well, for me and for other marketers, as I've shown you, the Tony Robbins, the Gary Vaynerchuk, Frank Kearns, is kind of a bit of a holy grail side of things. Why? Well, if you don't know this guy, it's Grant Cardone, fantastic sales guy, big on real estate, and also, again, he's in digital marketing, has loads of different businesses. But again, he's written books, and because of this, is because, as you can see here, real nice, simple landing page, ClickFunnels page by the looks of things. You've got the holy grail, the name, the email, telephone number, address. Simple as that. Where do you ship the book to, and everything like that. So think about that as a holy grail. We get everyone's information. We've got their telephone number, we can call them, email them. We've got their shipping address as well, mailing address, where we can actually send out direct mail to them, which again I will cover later on. This is a guy in the UK called Jonathan J. Just want you to have a look at some of these landing pages. Real simple. They're nothing fancy. There's a book. This is what it's about. Get your free copy. Give us your details. Real simple. And the Don of direct marketing here. So, Dan Kennedy himself, very simple landing page. Here's what you got. This is a fantastic way of doing it. Get the 10 rules to transforming your small business, etc., etc. What you're going to get from it, give us your details, send it to me. Pretty simple stuff. So the book is just the start of it. For me anyway, and as I said earlier, how easy to write a book. If you're not a writer, you don't find it easy writing, similar to myself, I'm going to take you through a real quick, simple way and a solution to kind of get your guide and your book out there. For me and for others, content is king, and the quality of the content is king, more importantly. I've lived by this rule since this song came out when I was 18 years of age. If you don't know these guys, there's a band called Oasis, and for some reason these lyrics always stuck in my head, which is, you need to be yourself, you can't be no one else. And that's kind of always stuck with me. I mean, the next lines do go, you know, you need to be yourself, you can't be no one else. I'm feeling supersonic, give me gin and tonic. So you've got to take it with a bit of pinch and salt there, really. But these two lines always have always stuck with me, you know. And I think no matter what, I think we all know that nowadays. But you know, the truer you are, then it reflects across to your business and yourself and everything like that. So it's always stuck with me. This has. How easy is it to write a book or guide in less than 30 days? This is a very simple, quick template to do that, folks. What you need to do, you need to know your customer's pain, what's their problems, and then how to make them happy. What is the solution? For example, this is example purposes. If I was to write a book in 30 days, to tell people how to write a book in 30 days, I'll do exactly this. I'll split it into sections. Say, for example, we've got 4 sections here. Could be 10, could be 12. Do an outline of the book, record the book, transcribe it, and edit. This is how you do how to write a book in 30 days, for example, even if you're not a writer. Make it very simple. So you know the customer's pain. Then you come to the outline. You bullet point 5 steps in each section. How to write a book, what you need to do, the first steps to writing a book, creating the outline, and showing the outline. So basically what you do, you have a headline, then a sub-headline. It could be 5 points, 3 points, 2 points, 20 points. It's kind of irrelevant. I'm just showing you a very quick and easy way of doing this. What you do then is kind of do, again, the same thing for each headline. So you've got the outline, the recording, transcribe, and edit. And again, very same formula. How to record a book, what you need to do, the first step to recording a book, etc. How to transcribe a book, how to edit a book. So if you've got 10, 15 different headlines, what you would do is therefore write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you write a sub-headline down of how you think you can help people from the pain to the happiness. What you then do is exactly what I'm doing here. You put it on a PowerPoint or a Keynote, you put all your bullet points down there, you do a presentation, and then you do the outline again and you simply speak it out. So you would go, for example, chapter 1, the outline. And then these are my 5 top tips on how you set out an outline of the book. Number 1 is how to write a book, and then you talk about that. Doesn't matter how long it is, it could be 30 seconds, 30 minutes, it's kind of irrelevant. It goes back to the quality of the content within. You then record it. PowerPoint has an amazing part where you just click on record, records it, dead simple. There's lots of other bits of software out there as well. Screen-o-matic that I'm using at the moment. There's loads of different bits of software. So don't put that as a barrier of resistance, what I was talking about earlier. You then get it transcribed. I use a company called Rev.com. Dead quick, dead simple. It's not going to come back perfect. If you speak like me, very quick, very fast, it can lose a few words along the way, but it's just a real simple method. This is something that Dom and I done a while back, where we done a kind of a webinar, and then I've got it transcribed. And this is how it looks. It's dead simple. Downloads as a Word document as well. So it's really, really, really simple thing to do. So if you're worried about content, don't worry about it. Do something exactly what I'm doing here today. Record it as a video and then send it to rev.com. Won't cost you much. It's probably like £1 a minute, roughly. That's it. And then it's really, really simple. I would always advocate, if you want something done professionally, such as a book, there's a difference between guides and books. Not saying that one's better than the other, but I would also look down the ghostwriting element of it all. Very lucky that I have really top ghostwriters that work for me. And if you're looking down that route, and it depends on what level of professionalism you're going to, I'd always get a ghostwriter in. I'm producing my 6th book, and Nick, who works for us, he's a chief copywriter anyway, so he's going through my book. Similar thing where I've created everything, kind of put it into sections and everything, and now he's just going to go through it all, rewrite it, asking me different questions. It doesn't have to be difficult. In our Facts Tell Stories Sell program, if you want to do the ghostwriting thing, we interview you over a period of say 10 to 12 weeks, set it all out for you, set all the layout and everything like that. So it's very, very simple. Always get it edited and proofread. Always, again, come to a company like myself, or there's plenty of people out there if you wish. But then again, for example, my proofreading team, do everything for Cambridge universities. Always make sure it's someone of a higher element. It might cost you a few more pennies, but you pay for what you get. Always get your guides or your books edited and proofread. Another top tip: produce a professional cover design. Again, companies like myself and others will provide you. There's other resources out there. Fiverr.com, not bad, etc. like that. The actual picture does speak 1,000 words, so make it clear, concise, and really kind of work out the image that you want to portray for your book, for your business, for your services. Basically, once you've got the cover, a 3D cover like this as well is really good, and the rest of the project takes shape. So the book doesn't even have to be written yet. As long as you're happy with the title, the look and feel, start promoting 60, 90 days in advance. Simple as that. How to be your own publisher. So a lot of people ask me this. So be self-published or traditionally published. I always say, look, self-published, you keep all the rights yourself. And how you do that, a little trade secret, very simple. Go to Nielsen Book Data. And on here, you can buy a block of 10, block of 100, 200, whatever it may well be, and you are your own hybrid publisher. Very, very simple. All you'll have to do is make sure that you provide the information. So each book, an audio book, an ebook, paperback and hardback, all require one ISBN. So when you buy a block of 10, one book potentially could be 4 ISBNs. And just so you know, so you're going to do this long term, which I obviously will advocate and recommend to do more than one guide or more than one book. Maybe become your own publisher, maybe. What is an ISBN? Well, an ISBN is the International Standard Book Number. So on the back of my book there, as you can see there, so it's just recognised worldwide. So when it goes into Nielsen, it's globally look. There's lots of other different things that we could go into, but I won't go into that today regarding the ISBN and Nielsen, because it's a different thing altogether. But basically all it is an international standard book number, a barcode basically. What your book or guide can become, and this is where it becomes really exciting. So once you've kind of written it, you've got it transcribed, you've got it edited, proofread, or ghostwritten, and you've got everything all sorted, looks lovely. The book, trust me, will become training courses, and webinars, seminars, mastermind groups, continuity programs, widgets and products, consultations, whatever it may well be. You start using your book as really the main lead generation tool. So the reason why you're telling your story and getting it out there is to tell people how you help people, how you can help others, or whatever your main goal is. That's what it should be all about. And this is a real simple sales pipeline. And this is a quick one, because you can have lots of different sales funnels nowadays. I know we're inundated with the right sales funnel, but the book funnel is the main thing. This may look very simple or may look very complicated, depends on which level you're at. But personally, everything always comes back to lead generation. All this is very pretty and it looks very nice once you've got it sorted. But without the lead generation, as in filling the bucket up, it's pointless. A lot of people spend so much money on the back end here, when really they should be spending money on the front end, in my opinion. Because without leads, it doesn't matter. No one's coming to your website or your landing page. So focus on lead generation, and then obviously make the landing pages effective. Doesn't necessarily have to be pretty, but they have to be effective. Copywriting is key, which we'll go into in a sec. And then what I would do is data capture. So when they come onto the landing page, we have different split test landing pages. Whether you're selling the book for free or giving it away for free, selling the book for a tenner, £100, it's irrelevant in many ways. But I would actually, advocate that obviously you have a data capture tool in there and give something free first of all, like we showed you earlier. Get a free paperback book. You get all their details, the holy grail, and then they can come into the email system, or straight away they go into your first offer, which could be a course, an online course, or a workshop. For like anything between £50 to say £500, you've got to think of transactional fees. If someone doesn't really know, like, trust you, but they're willing to spend, say, £5, £10 on a book, it's probably pretty hard from that step to go to £5,000 basically. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to kind of cover there. Really, is make sure that when you're doing something like this, a simple sales funnel, is always spend the money on the lead generation side of things, and then fill the bucket up, and then get as much detail as you can off the person. This therefore goes into an email sequence. Emails 1, 2, 3. I would always say thank you and ask about people. 4 to 6 is how you help people. So it could be testimonials. 7 to 10, always be selling. I mean, you should always be selling anyway from email 1. Could be a consultation, could be a demo, could be another product you're selling, whatever it is. Make people aware. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I think I can help you, and I've got this amazing product or service for you. Nothing wrong with that at all. Come in interested anyway. Don't be shy about it. and then it will lead on to there. So this is a simple sales funnel we build for people when they come on board with us, because it's very effective. We've been privileged enough to work with so many people over the years that it kind of it becomes second nature to us, and it's generated, like I said, over £30 million worth of revenue to our clients over the years as well. So obviously there's a lot more to it than that, but again, I think some people do get waylaid with all these Infusionsoft, which we do use, but it can be so complicated. Keep it very simple, use basic tools, make sure it works, spend your money on the front end, lead generation, and then the rest will follow. And make sure, again, it's well written, good copywriting, etc. And what I get asked a lot is, how do we beat Amazon? When people say, how do we beat Amazon, is a case of, how do I become an Amazon #1 bestseller? There is little tricks of the trade. There are certain things you can do. But the secret to Amazon or any other book sites are these: research your keywords, find out what people are searching for, see if you can use those search terms in your title or subtitle, add them into your description also. So when you're building it out on Amazon, make sure you put all the keywording in that. Bonus points for adding them in bold or in a checklist. Put your book in a very targeted minor category. What I mean by that is, choose a category by looking up the top first to, say, 20th book in categories where you find your book similar to yours. Simple as that. What you then need to do is show up on that page of one of those categories you're in. And so you need a sales rank higher than the 20th book. That's where you should be looking. So it's a little bit of faffing about, but once you get it, you get it. And so choose a category by looking at the top, top 1 to top 20 in your kind of area of expertise. And then you need to start really working and focusing on that. It'd be much easier to show up there if the 20th book has a higher sales ranking of 100k, for example, and it's better to show up in a category that's not competitive, which is hard in some respects. So I'm not saying this is just the hidden secret. There is a little bit of work to it, and it makes it more easier, obviously, if it's not as competitive as say, like a business management book, for example, or a sales and marketing book. So just think about where you're going to be targeting to start with. What I advocate as well is direct mail. So sending things out in the post really helps, really helps. And again, as we said for Jane earlier, she sent out 20 books. Remember, book could be a direct mail piece. So get a targeted list, which I'll quickly talk to you about now. This was taken from the Chet Holmes The Ultimate Sales Machine. Let's quickly grab you a copy. If you haven't got a copy of this book, buy it. The Ultimate Sales Machine. Love it. Unfortunately, Chet Holmes is no longer with us, but this book is absolutely amazing. A lot of my techniques come from this. Studied it very well, but buy that book. If you're interested in sales and growing your business, definitely buy that. So it's The Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. And this is a quick 60-second go through. So in the world of social selling and account-based marketing gets all attention, the Ultimate Sales Machine actually contains 6 steps to getting new clients that just might change everything for you. What you need to do first, very simply, is create your Dream 100 list. If you haven't done this before, it's basically the people or the companies who you would love as a customer. Who are your top Dream 100 clients? There's a lot more to this, but I want to make it fairly quick and easy for you. Second, choose a gift you're going to send to them. Doesn't have to be expensive. Could be a book. Think about it. Need to make it memorable. Really good book with a really well-written A4 letter. Works every time. Third, create your Dream 100 letter. This letter should be short, vague, and designed solely to get prospect to answer the phone when you call. And here's an example. Hi Bob, Tim here, and there's something you need to know to grow your company 159% next quarter. I'm going to call you on Thursday morning. You should answer. It will change your business. Talk to you at 10 a.m. Thursday. Very simple, something real basic. Fourth, create your Dream 100 calendar. Plan on sending something to those prospects at least once per month, ideally once every 2 weeks. It could be a book, could be a letter, could be some sweets, could be a tea bag, or whatever you're thinking, but just be regular and consistent in it. Fifth, do your follow-up, as always. Always follow up. And again, the purpose of the call should be to book a meeting or webinar to discuss a product with your prospect. Very simple stuff. And sixth, present your story to the prospect, making sure to focus on a story that touches on their pain points and how your product or service can solve them. Similar to what I've done here today is, if you're thinking about writing a book guide, you want to do it, or you've already written one, but the marketing hasn't worked, get to know your customers' pain points. How can you help them in their pain, if you like, to finding the solution? Copywriting is the key. And as I said, I'm very fortunate that I've got some amazing copywriters that work for me. And if you look at some of these examples from old school, follow the old school techniques. Obviously, it's always about the headline and the sub-headline. Again, knowing someone's pain, knowing someone's outcome is really, or the desired outcome is the key. If you haven't ever read a book about David Ogilvy, please do. Man was an absolute genius, and a lot of the techniques, Frank Kearns of the world, etc., use his style now. And these are kind of just very old school. But again, if you look at the content of these, I know it's hard probably on your screen, but please study David Ogilvy. Is just make sure that you understand the process. It's really simple, knowing the person's point. So again, it goes against long copy, short copy, but it's the same, same principles. Copywriting is key to everything. I've realised this over the years. Yes, I can present myself. Yes, I can talk. But writing the key headlines and sub-headlines, always struggle with. Get somebody in that's really good at it, and it will change your business, change your lifestyle, everything. Trust me. And it's just really, really smart. So this is just a few kind of examples of old school that now works. So if you go onto people like Frank Kern's website or Grant Cardone or Gary Vaynerchuk, look at when they're selling, how they do it. How they do it. It's not sometimes all this little short copy and just get this. It's telling you why you need to buy this product or get this product. Very simple. Very quickly, social media ads. This was a small Facebook campaign that I done. Just to give you, again, small budget. This is just something I tested, £100 on the book. That's that book there. Ta-da! And basically what it got was 22 lead forms, cost me £4.55 a lead. So we're going early about lead generation, so a very small budget. And I was selling at the time, it was my worldwide program, which is £999. And we generated, from them 22 leads, we generated 5 sales. So 5 grand for 100 quid. Not bad. And I can replicate this loads, basically. These were the ads. How we helped Even Break generate £100,000 in new revenue. Again, Jane was doing the talking for me. And again, here, Den Lenny on this other side. How we help business filmmakers generate £9,574 in 7 days. So again, it's not me talking about it necessarily, it's other people's success stories. And I think that's the key thing. So in your business, think about that. Utilise your clients, your customers' stories, testimonials. That's it for today. I told you it was very short and sweet. I know I speak super quick, but I get very excited about this particular thing because I know that I can help you. I know the power of a book, what it can do, how it can help your business, how it can help you, and how it can help you generate lead after lead after lead and qualified leads. That is the key thing. If you want to find out more, if you want to know how maybe my team and I can help you, then I'd love to find out a little bit more about you. And my team and I do have some availability. Simply go to the link here, which is calendly.com/elitepublish/15 minutes. And then I'll put a link on the actual Facebook page and YouTube and Twitter, etc. Let's talk. Simple as that. If you've got an idea, if you've already written a book or written a guide, especially if it's business related, I'm pretty confident that my team and I will be able to help you out, generate leads for your business. If you're looking to generate 6 figures plus, we can definitely help. 7 figures plus, of course, etc. But if you're looking just to get off the ground, we can help you. We can give you some hints and tips. It's not a sales pitch. It's a case of just, well, let's find out. Let's see if we can help. Maybe we can't. But it's 15 minutes of your time. If you're really interested, if you want to find out more about what I've just spoke about, then we'll cover that in this call as well, and just go from there. Thanks ever so much for your time. Click on the link. Let's have a chat. Let's see where you're at, and maybe we can help. Speak to you soon.